Well, Kai, I mean, you came into the UFC with a lot of hype, but you've delivered so far. Give me an idea. I mean, this run that you've had so far, how do you feel about it in your performances?
You know, I'm growing constantly every fight. You know, you see progression in my game, and that's what we want to be doing. We learned these lessons outside the UFC, so now you can kind of see that, you know, I'm more comfortable in there, more comfortable in fight week, and it's all kind of working out for me. So that just comes from my team and how they've prepared me, and my head coach Junkie and you know, the caliber of guys I'm training with on a daily basis. That really rubs off on me, and you can see that in my performances, being on an 8-fight win streak now. We're not really too complacent on what we've achieved. We like to just achieve what we have and then reset the goal and move forward. And you know, it never ends. It's a never-ending machine. So we're in a great place, and I'm just happy to be here on the same card as my teammate Alex Volkanovski when he wins the featherweight world title.
I was going to say, I mean, obviously this is an individual sport, but I mean, your team has been getting ready for world championship fight after world championship fight. So, I mean, does that rub off on you? I mean, is there a vibe? Is there an energy? Is there something that impacts you, even though it's not you necessarily getting ready for those fights?
Oh, definitely. You know, just being in the same room as these guys and seeing what they're able to do and produce in the cage, it's pretty inspiring. And I was there in Melbourne when Izzy, my teammate, won the middleweight title for UFC 243 in Melbourne in front of 60,000 people. You know, it doesn't get much bigger than that. And we just pretty much stemmed on to this for UFC 245 for Vegas. I had Alex come over 4 weeks before we flew out, so it was great to have him there pushing each other, and he's a great body for me because he's only 2 weight classes above, so good asset for my camp. And you know, if you can keep him off you, if you can get the better of him, you're doing something right. So we've hit the ground running, and we can't wait to just get in there and showcase what we've been doing. So yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Arguably the biggest card of the year. I think there was talks about you facing Sergio Pettis and then switch. I'm curious, was there any disappointment? I mean, obviously Sergio carries a name that would have been nice to have on the record. Not that Brandon's not dangerous, but was there any danger, you know, any frustration that fight didn't happen?
Not really. I wasn't too invested in my opponents. You know, I don't want to. You know, things change all the time, so it's better just to have an open mind. And it would have been great to test my skills against Sergio. He's you know, one of the bigger names of the division, and one of the best stand-up fighters in the division as well. So it would have been a great stand-up battle, but you know, he's opted to go to another promotion. So all the power to him. But now I've got Brandon Moreno stepping in front of me, so this is going to be a fun fight. I know I'm from the Ultimate Fighter season 24. And I'm expecting him to come forward and bring the fight to me. He's Mexican. He comes from a Mexican background, so I fought a few before. They're all got hard heads. They're all tough as hell. So I'm expecting a war.
Yeah. And no, it feels like you're still relatively new in the UFC, but a win here. I mean, he does have a little bit of a name as well, and he's got some experience, and this will be a great record. So I mean, are you expecting like conversations of you being up at the top? I mean, do you feel like a win here can start to get you in those discussions?
Definitely. You know, he's number 5. I'm number 6. I'm on an 8-fight win streak. I get past Brandon, or when I do get past Brandon, I'm on a 9-fight win streak. There's not many guys doing that in this division, so I feel like that really adds to my campaign and will separate me from the pack. So I feel like Henry's not going to come back down to flyweight. I was talking to him in Melbourne, and he was saying, you know, I'm getting older. I can't keep doing these big weight cuts. So he was pretty much hinting he's going to stay at bantam and chase those money fights where, you know, if that's what he wants to do. But that means he needs. The title's wide open. Benavidez is the number 1 guy, but he needs a dance partner. So obviously I don't want to look past Brandon, but I get past him, and come 2020, it's going to be a massive year for me. So we're just doing it one step at a time.
I like it. Well, to get there, do you feel like you got to do something special? I mean, do you feel like you need to make a statement? Is it enough to just, you know, win on the cards, or do you feel like you got to do something special out there?
You know, I never want to be in a boring fight. I always want to make a statement, and what a place to do it in Vegas, the fight capital of the world, one of the biggest cards of the year, 3 title fights. So I'm coming in here and taking everything that I deserve, you know. I've been doing this for a while now. This will be my 32nd professional fight, including my Ultimate Fighter fights. So, you know, these big occasions won't really get to me. People say, you know, the bright lights and the bigger cards, the more the pressure, but I actually welcome that. I want more pressure on me because I feel like that brings the better Kai out of me. So I can't wait for Saturday night, and I can't wait for Brandon to bring the fight to me and put a show on for the American fans making my debut over here.